What's going on YouTube? It is Kayak Quest, and today I'm going to be doing some ultralight fishing. So this video is going to be raw and uncut, to where, well, y'all see every single fish caught, every single fish lost, and well, anything that happens, good, bad, or ugly. So I'm gonna run this camera for probably about an hour, and we're gonna see if we can get on some fish. I really need some bluegill for some catfish bait. Something just splashed over there. But if y'all are new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on those notifications so y'all do not miss a video. That sun is peeking up over the tree line right behind me. I'm gonna put y'all here in my chest, clip it right there. I'm sure y'all can see there's a bunch of fog on the water, or whatever you call that, because the mornings are getting a lot cooler and it's cooling off the water temp. But here is the lure I'm going to be using. This is a 1-inch Berkeley Gulp Minnow, and that is in the smelt color on a 1/64 ounce jig head. And I got myself some 2-pound fluorocarbon line, and that is my ultralight rod and reel. That was an awful cast. I'm going to redo that. We're going to start at this tree right here. There we go, that's a little better. Check my drag. And this is a, where are we getting? Oh, look at that. We got a fish on the first cast. Look at that. You know, they say getting a fish on the first cast is bad luck, but hey, I'll take it. That was a voice crack right there. What I was gonna do, this is awful cast. Line was wrapped around my rod tip. I was going to explain how you fish this thing, but I got bit right there. So all you're going to do is you're going to cast it, and then you're going to let it just fall all the way down to the bottom. And if you don't get bit on the fall, you're going to start slightly twitching it and slightly reeling. So it's a very effective way to catch, a bunch of fish. You could catch bluegill, you could catch crappie, you could catch bass. The biggest fish I've ever caught with this lure, it was a 6-pound channel cat, and I could tell you guys, that was a battle. It took me about 15 minutes to get it in, but I got it, my gosh. So I'm gonna back off of this tree a little bit. And one thing you want to make sure with these Gulp Minnows is they have to be on that jig straight. Otherwise, that jig is gonna just twirl in the water, and it's not gonna be natural to the fish. And it's gonna deter a lot of your bites. Man, got a fish on the first cast, man. That don't happen very often. Not for me, at least. This water is very, very clear, so you probably got about 5 feet of visibility. And that's good when you're fishing with these Gulp Minnows, because if the water is muddy or has a lot of color to it, the fish are not going to be able to see this jig, because there's a bit right there, because this jig doesn't give off any vibration. There's something biting it right there. So you really have to fish in at least some sort of clear water. I'm not saying you have to have like 5 feet of visibility like I do today, but you can't fish this thing in chocolate milk water. You're not going to catch, well, a lot of fish. If you are fishing this in chocolate milk water, you would have to legit throw this jig in front of their face. And I threw that thing right in the, oh my goodness. I was getting bit right here too, and I threw that jig right in the tree, man. Like I said, you catch a fish on the first cast, that's bad luck. There we go. Alright, back off right here. Well, I scared all the fish in that area probably. We'll just keep making our way down the bank. But I'm sure y'all could tell the water level here is down. Where I'm fishing today, they lower the, oh, the biting it right there. They lower the water level quite a bit for a winter drawdown. And I hate it. I really despise of it because the fish just cannot adapt to an environment, you know, their habitat. You know, I could understand, okay, we're going to lower it 3, 4, 5 feet. I get that. Like, that's completely understandable. But they lower this lake every winter about 10 to 12 foot. And it just really, it can really just destroy the fish's habitats. I mean, how can bluegill or bass adapt to a body of water? That bit right there. When their habitat changes every single year. I have my live scope right here. It's pointing forward. I'm seeing some fish right there. I had something. I'm having to fix this jig quite a bit because I keep getting bit. Moving too close to the bank here. There's also another way you can fish this jig. You could cast it like so, and then you can let it fall for just a second, and it's slightly reel. There's a fish right there. Is that a bass? Well, that's a small bass. Look at that. I won't keep this thing, but some people will use bass, you know, largemouth or spotted bass, catfish bait, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I will use white bass as catfish bait, but sorry if that sun's directly in y'all's eyes. Get that hook out of him. He's hooked pretty good. Let me get you in the... Well, let me set him down for a second. I'm gonna fix my jig. Oh no. Fix that jig real quick. Alright. Come here, bass. Get him in the light right there. Yeah. Small bass. Go get bigger for me. Swimming off right there. He's gonna go tell his friends, don't bite that lure. I think they're stacked up right here. See them on my live scope right there? Hopefully y'all can see they're moving right there. I'd be able to just pick off a bunch of fish right here. That would be lovely. I hope there's some bluegill and not just bass over here. That bit right there. It's a boat wake. But man, we got the bluegill so far, and we got a small bass. That's what I like to see. Where's fish? Oh, was a fish. Yeah, need some bluegill. Someone will be doing some catfishing. There's something splashing over there near that tree. We're gonna make our way over there. It's a lot of boat weight, man. Where I like to do my raw and uncut videos is somewhere where no gas motors are allowed. But since, you know, today I'm gonna be doing some catfishing, you know, I just wanted to launch here and, well, do a raw and uncut video. and then not have to worry about, you know, packing up and having to come here. Because it's a lot of work. I mean, for me to pack up everything I have is... I got bit right there. It takes, you know, a few minutes. I mean, I can't, you know, load my kayak on a trailer. This is Old Town Autopilot 120. And, you know, for me to put it on a trailer, or put it on my trailer, and to, you know, unload everything, it takes me about 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, it's not just snap of a finger, boom, I'm on the road. It takes a few minutes. Some people don't realize that. You know, I love my kayak, I really do. I wouldn't trade this thing for a bass boat. Might get a boat one day, or I should say I will get a boat one day, but my goodness, I just love my kayak so much. It's a lot cheaper than a bass boat, even though it is a quite expensive kayak. Got a bit right there. This must be some really small bluegill. Because this hook is not very big. I mean, I don't know the exact size of it, but if they can't get this jig in their mouth, I don't want to catch them. Fish right there. Oh, well, nope. That'd be the biggest thing I catch today, probably. Oh, one of them stick fish right there. Let me cast near this tree. I'm afraid I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna get snagged. That's my fear, you know, fishing around trees. I love it. But, you know, you're almost begging to get snagged right there. Let me reel this thing. Oh, it's another, it's not a stick. Like pine, whatever. Got a bit right there. Some splash right there. If I see some more splashes, I'll throw this jig over to them. One downside to today, I forgot my net. So, I left the house this morning, and I thought my mind, crap, I forgot my net. There's a fish right there. Oh, bluegill. I don't care what size bluegill they are today, I'm gonna keep them. Unless they're just microscopic. I'm gonna start my aerator here soon. This tree looks promising though. That's what I like to see. Is that an airplane? Oh, a bit right there. Can you back off this tree? Let me shine my live scope over there. Seeing a couple. Back off here. Oh crap, what happened here? Here we go. But I really like doing these raw and uncut videos because it gives, that's fish right there. Yeah, I'll still keep him. I was gonna say he's a little small, but we're keeping him because it gives y'all an idea or the reality of a real fishing trip. I know that, you know, I do these raw and uncuts and they're about an hour, you know, and most fishing trips that I do are of course a lot longer. But, you know, you got these videos on YouTube, you know, my catfishing videos or other people's videos on YouTube, and they'll do all these edits and y'all don't get to see every little thing that happens. So I think these raw and uncut videos are good to give y'all. And I got snagged right there. Oh, did he break me off, or did it break me? No, I just lost my jig. But like I said, it gives y'all the reality of, hey, what is it like to go fishing? You know, whether if y'all are just at home sitting on the couch watching this on TV, or y'all are on your break for work, for which most breaks at work are, 30 minutes to an hour. It gives y'all something to watch. Am I gonna catch a fish every cast? Absolutely not. I couldn't tell you someone that does. But make one more cast over there. If I get bit, I'll make another cast, but I've already gotten 2 in that little pocket. Really don't want to throw that thing in the tree. That's the last thing I want. We got 7, 8 foot. Let's throw it right there. There's some fish around that tree. Look at that. It says bigger marks right there. Hopefully y'all can see that. Around the edge of that tree, about 10 foot in front of this transducer right beside me. They're there. Even if they're crappie, for which some of those look like crappie, they're kind of like taller marks. There's something right there. Oh, you got me in that brush. I'm gonna tighten my drag and get them out of it. There you go. Is this a crappie? It feels like a crappie. Oh, look at this. That is not a crappie. Look at that thing. Oh, let me get him. Wow. I'm keeping this thing. Where's my pliers? He ate it kind of deep. He didn't swallow it. Wow, I had to tighten my drag because I didn't want him to get me in that tree and or I would lose him. I need to get me some new pliers. Man, look at that thing. Did eat a little deep. I didn't think he did. Bear with me for a second, guys. That's poor guy's bleeding. Back off this tree. There we go. Poor guy, I think. Oh, poor guy. I messed up his gills. I don't think he's gonna make it. But there he is. I ain't gonna put him in there. Maybe he won't make it. Oh. He might make it in there. Sorry y'all to sit through that as I throw some stuff around right here. He might make it. I mean, he's still moving in there. Bit my hook a little bit because I could not get the hook out of that fish. I'm just gonna retie because I had to bend the hook. The wire on these hooks is not very big. Yeah, normally I don't have to bend the hook to get the hook out, but he ate it just right. That thing right there. Y'all can watch how I tie my knots if y'all want to real quick. If y'all want to fast forward, I completely understand. Put it through the, fix that camera, the eye. Oops. Did I lose it? What happened to it? There it is. The eye right there. Then that's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With this 2-pound line, I like to wrap it around 7 to 8 times. Then I'm gonna put my hand in the water. I'm gonna wet that. If you don't wet the line, you're gonna burn your line and you're gonna weaken the knot, and you're most likely gonna break off. So cut that right there. Put this thing away. I think that thing was some sort of sunfish. I'm not an expert on identifying, different types of sunfish. Thing was pretty. I don't know how well y'all could see it because of the sun, but all the different colors. Back way off this tree, getting way too close, way too close. Oh, there's a bunch of fish over here. The thing, or the problem, is getting this jig to them, and they don't get your line wrapped around the tree. Make a few more casts of this tree. If I don't get anything, I'll just keep making my way along. That's a nice sunfish though. That thing's gonna make great catfish bait. Might put him down there live, depends on if he makes it or not. We'll see. Yeah, let's keep making our way down the bank here. What time we at? 23 minutes? How many we caught? 4 fish so far? Ah, I got in that tree. Ah. Today's going great. Like I said, this is a real life fishing trip. Just a little shorter. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Alright, let's go to the other side of this tree. This, I need to catch some more fish for y'all. That's what I need to do. This jig got through the eye first or the last eye on my rod. There we go. Cool. Fix my jig. Back at it. Whew. Excuse me. There we go. The fish right there. Oh, no. Came off. He didn't feel very big, but still. Fish right there. Oh, bluegill. Oh, don't spike me, bud. Don't spike me. How many is that? 5? Here's what I'm gonna do. I see a bunch of fish the other side of this tree, down tree. I'm gonna turn around because there's a slight breeze. It's pushing me closer to the bank, which I don't want that. I need some catfish bait, man. That's #1 goal right now. This fish. Something bit me. There you go. Something tapping in. Seems like really small fish, but I mean, you never know. I mean, there could very well be some bigger ones mixed in there. I'm casting reel. I don't know if these fish have a preference for it today. Sometimes they'll show a preference over, you know, me twitching it, or me, you know, just casting it, reeling it. Slightly reel that one. Spent a lot of time on this little tree. My goodness, I know there's fish here because I've seen them. Alright, let's make 2 more casts, and don't get anything, we'll move along here. Come here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I think, I don't know if that was a fish or a stick. I know I said 2 more casts. One more for good measure. Alright, we'll move on. I fished that tree pretty good. Y'all saw it. Some boat wake right there. Sometimes I have a bad tendency of just making casts in the same place over and over, because I'm like, man, I know there's got to be fish there. There's a fish right. Oh, there was. But I really need to just learn. Just move on. Because if you're not getting bit, move, man, you know. Sorry about the boat wake. Oh, fish. He's small, but I'm still keeping him, my goodness. Yeah, I don't think that sunfish is gonna make it, but oh, come here, buddy. Might use that guy as live bait. Put him in there. Sorry, sunfish. Oh, fish right there. Something's nibbling at it. Come on, guys. Bite it. Eat it. You know, like that one I just caught, the really small one, I'll probably put that thing down there live. I mean, catfish will eat live baits. I do have more luck on cut bait. But at the same time, it's good to, you know, sometimes give the catfish a variety, is what I like to say. Variety. Because you never know. I mean, it's the catfish, man, they can be picky, and sometimes they can be quite annoying. Because how it goes, a lot of the time, is they'll want to bite one specific thing, and that thing is going to be what you have the least amount of. It's just how it's going to go. Like today, they might want the live baits, and I'm not going to have too terribly many. Even though, like I said, most of the time it's, you know, I have better luck on cut bait. I mean, you never know, though. That's why I like the beauty of fishing. Anything can happen. I mean, I could catfish today, and I mean, I could catch the lake record for all I know. Lake record for out here is like a 52 pounds and 1 ounce. Which, that's a big catfish. Now, like Lake Nickajack, the lake record is like 100, 110, something like that. I know where it was caught too, and I've fished that area before. I've caught some big ones. I had never caught 100-pounder or whatever, but I've caught a couple catfish around that 60-pound range. It was up at Nickajack. That nibble right there. Which that's a big catfish. It was a couple years ago. Went up to Nickajack, and it was one of the best fishing trips of my life. I mean, I didn't catch, you know, 20 catfish or whatever. I've had trips like that, but it was a trip that I will always remember, because I was fishing with gizzard shad. I had white bass. There's a lot of small bluegill. Come on, guys, bite it. And I was fishing like 70 foot of water. I was sitting on the edge of a ledge, and all of a sudden my back left rod went down, and I was rolling that fish in, for which I knew it was a monster. And then my front left rod went down, and I knew that was a monster too. And both of them turned out to be the biggest, you know, catfish of my life up to that point. I think before that, I caught one that was like 40 pounds. That was in this body of water. Which there are big ones in here, just not as much as like Nickajack or whatever. And I got snagged right there. Got snagged as I was telling y'all some fishing stories. But I mean, you know, landing a big catfish, oh, I got it. See if I can use my live scope. See in front. Oh yeah, right in front of me. What I've realized is a lot of these fish are on the bottom, and I would assume it's probably because of the cooler water temps. It might be, you know, warmer down at the bottom. That'd just be my guess, but sorry if that sun's in y'all's face. There's fish there. Casting close to them. Oh, I need to cast closer to the left. I'm casting too far out. There's a little down tree right here, for which a lot of it's not in the water, but for some reason there's fish there. Oh, a fish right there. I saw him swimming with it. I'm keeping him too. Unless these things are microscopic, I'm keeping every bluegill I catch. Whether they want to be kept or not, I'm keeping them. Oh. Was fish right there. Now you could realistically ultralight fish, you know, with like worms, these Gulp Minnows. You could do this with bread, even though they might not stay on the hook very well. I use this Gulp because you could catch a variety of things. I love fishing the way you fish this thing. I'm more of a finesse type of, well, fisherman, like casting. I would say that and like top waters for like bass or whatever. Even though I don't bass fish that much. It's a bass boat right there. I just love finesse fishing. That's what I love. That's what I enjoy. Something about it. I see them right there. They might just be so small they're just not biting this thing, but we'll keep making our way down the bank here. Maybe I just need to start reeling it very slow. These are small. I'm getting more bit right now when I'm reeling than when I am, you know, finesse fishing it. And bigger fish will come along. When you got smaller fish, you got bigger fish. That's just how it goes. Yeah, those things are tiny. Fix my position. Bit right there. Come on, fish. Yeah, that sunfish didn't make it, guys. No, he'll make good cut bait. Sorry, bud. It's just a cycle of life. That's just how it goes. Something has it. Is that a fish? No. I was like, that thing's super heavy. That will be the biggest thing we catch today. Alright, here we go. Put that jig back on there. Where are we on time on this thing? Almost 40 minutes. Gotten quite a few bluegill. If I can get a decent sized bass on this thing, I would love for y'all to see the fight on that thing with this ultralight. Oh, Gulp messed up. But also, you know, coming out here fishing, you know, you got these people that have these big bass boats and they got these $100 rods, and you don't need that. Oh, I got bit right there. You don't need that to catch fish. You could come out here in just a basic kayak. You don't have to have a trolling motor. You don't have to have a graph. You don't have to have anything. There's some fish right here. You could just come out here in a normal kayak with a paddle, ultralight rod, 2-pound test line, and those Gulp Minnows, man, get you some 1/64 jig heads. You could just do an entire day of just this. Now, I highly recommend you buy your jig heads in bulk. I mean, buy them on like eBay or Amazon. I got mine off of eBay. I got like 100 of them. I don't remember exactly how much they were. Maybe $15 or something. Something like that. You could just have a blast. Also, something you gotta keep in mind when you're ultralight fishing like this, you can't have a lot of wind, because you're just not gonna feel the bites. 2, it's just gonna blow this jig all over creation. A bit right there's a fish. Is this a bluegill? Yeah, that's a bluegill. That's a pretty good one too. Oh, came off right there. Come here, bluegill. No. Hey, I'm sorry. Your friends in the bucket are going crazy. I'm sorry. Go in there. I'm gonna cut my aerator on. Hopefully don't make too much noise for y'all, but you know, I don't want my bluegill in there to die. But yeah, getting that time of year, man. Water temp is cooling down. Fishing is going to start getting really good. Last time I went up to Nickajack, it was my last catfishing video. I struggled. I mean, only got 3 small catfish, which I saw them on my graph. Oh, they bit the tail of that thing. You know, I bet I can still get bit on it. Watch. But that was, oh my goodness, that was a brutal day. There's a fish right there. I told you it wouldn't matter. Oh, he came off. That was a brutal day, man. I don't know what was up with the fish. I mean, I saw so many fish on my live scope. Man, they just did not care about my baits. I had cut bait, for which was bluegill, and I had some live baits. They didn't care. They just, oh, there's fish right there. I'm gonna back off this tree. They were just oblivious to my baits. Oh. Come here. I'm sorry. You're about to be catfish bait, buddy. Go in there. Might get another gulp here in a minute. Not in a very comfortable position right now, but just because of the slight breeze is pushing me. Yeah, let me switch my gulp out. Even though I caught 2 fish on where they bit the tail off, it'd be a-okay. There we go. Now when you're, like I said, you gotta make sure these things are on straight. But also, if one side gets tore to where it won't stay on the hook, you can always just flip it over, and you can get more use out of one gulp. Whatever that liquid is in that in the gulps, in the jar. Messes with my hands, and I don't know why. I understand, you know, it's to scent the gulps, keep them, you know, wet to make sure they don't get dry. I think there was a fish right there, but I don't know what it is. It's sticky, it messes with my hands. This little tree right here looks promising. I got bit right there. Oh, come on, guys, bite it. Get it in the mouth. Small fish are pestering me right now. There's a fish right there. Whoa, whoa. Oh, look at that bluegill. That's a bigger one right there. Oh, man. Put him in there. That, honestly, that might be the last one I keep, because I have quite a few in there. Water temp is 70 degrees. Which cooler the water, the better or more longer they'll stay alive in a bucket, the better they'll do. That thing was just sitting there. He bit it. Yeah, might be the last one I keep right there. We'll see. We will see. Bit. Yep, fish right there. Is this another bluegill? That's another good sized one, man. Oh, he splashed me right in the face. Oh. You know what? Just for that, I'm keeping you, buddy. Yeah, I want you to think about what you've done. Did you get the lens wet? I think you did a little. Oh, let me. I was. Oh, got all my glasses too. Just for that, I'm gonna keep you. Dumb fish. Bit right there. A dog barking over there. Oh, what is that? Another bluegill? Yeah, it is. How many do I? This is a smaller one. This might be that's a good live bait size. That's like another one of them sunfish. Yeah, I'll keep him. Heck, bigger sunfish, still barely alive. He's floating, but I see his fins moving. Alright, yeah, there's some fish here. See them on my live scope moving. Yep. What's that? Whoa. Oh, that's a bass. That's a bass right there. Yep, that's 100% a bass. Oh. I wish I had my net. Is that a bass? No, that's not a bass. It's a bigger bluegill. Something splashing over there. Oh, another one of them sunfish. This sunfish is lucky. I'm not going to keep him. Because honestly, I think there's like 10 bluegill in there. I have plenty. I also have some chicken breasts I'm going to try using as well. So, I don't typically use chicken breasts, but today I'm going to give it another shot, and I'm just going to see what happens. You know, it could be a complete fail. You know, when I'm catfishing, I like to use fresh bait. You will never see me catfish with old, rotten bait. I will never use it. I will never do it. I would rather stay at home on the couch than go home with some rotten bait. Oh, there's a lot of fish right here. Holy crap. Look right there. I got bit right there. Right at this tree. There's a family of these green sunfish down there. Wow. See you, buddy. When I'm getting catfish bait, I don't like to keep more than what I need. Just because, you know, I don't want to take more than what I need. You know, these fish breed, thrive, and if I keep everything that I catch, I mean, I'm hurting the fish population. Of course, is it the cycle of life that other fish eat fish? Yes. But in my mind, I don't want to chance ruining the fish population, because I know good and well I am not the only one that keeps his bluegill or keeps other fish like cat. Well, I don't keep catfish, but I know other people do. We'll just keep making our way down the bank. We got a few off that tree. It's a fish right there. Oh, that's bigger. Whatever that is. It's a little bigger. That's a bass. Yep. Oh, goodness. Come here, buddy. I'm sorry. I ain't mean. Yeah. Small bass. See if I can. Don't know if this will be the thumbnail of the video, but let me attempt it right here. Might be a good thumbnail. Not quite sure, but thought I'd at least try it. Line's pretty good too. Alright, we'll make a few more casts here and we'll probably wrap up this video. Oh, he took the gulp off, didn't he? Oh, stinker. What a rude fish right there. I have to put some sunblock here soon. There's a fish right there. Wow, getting a lot of these green sunfish. Since he's that size, I'll put him in there. Just because he might make a great live bait. Sometimes I want a bigger live bait, sometimes I want a smaller one. Today, I want a smaller one, so. Mere fishy, fishy, fishy. I gotta tell you, it's a very calm morning. I thought about coming out here yesterday. You know, I had other plans. But it worked out because the wind is calmer today than it was yesterday, so. Something bit me right there. Come here, fish. There's a fish right there. Oh, bluegill. Oh, come here. I know. Keep taking it back. But he's a good live bait size. Alright, let's see what we can do over here. It's pretty, I can see the bottom over here. It's pretty shallow, so who knows if we'll get bit right here, but we'll make a attempt. I'll probably cast a little further to the right because actually I see the rocks in the bottom right there. But man, if I could catch like a 2-pound bass on this ultralight, it'd take me a minute to reel it in, but that would be a fight right there. Oh, I got bit right there. Yep, fish. Threw the, oh, I thought he threw the gulp off. Small bluegill, do I keep them? Yes. Yes, I do. Oh, I might throw some of the bigger ones back. We'll see. But alright, let's keep on moving along here. Sometimes when they lower the water level and the water gets cold, I struggle getting bluegill. Throw this one back here. Oh, he's a good live bait size. Dude, I got it. I gotta keep him. I'll probably throw some of those bigger ones back. Just because I believe the bluegill go deeper, and you know I'm using this Gulp Minnow. I'm just like I can't get bit jack squat. So I have some. I saw my line just going to the left. Good live bait size. I have plenty though. I don't need any more. I've already taken back my word a few times. Some of y'all probably think, just make up your mind. I've made up my mind. I have enough. These gulps, man, I love fishing with these things so much. Alright, let's make 2 more casts right here. Whatever happens, happens. Something tapping me right there. One more cast. Whatever happens, happens. Oh goodness, y'all see that? Oh, my line's wrapped around my rod tip. I can't cast. No. Oh no, what happened? Oh man, I wanna throw my jig right there. Oh man, there's bass busting right here. Come on, bass, eat my jig. That would be so much fun. Please. Oh, I need to fix it though. All right, we're gonna. I'm gonna make a few more casts right here. Are they already gone? Things with these bass, man. You know, bass, largemouth, spotted bass. I mean, these suckers are so fast. There's fish right there. No, it's not. Ah. Well. That sucks. Ah. That was fun to see him just explode in the water. Alright, well, I think that's gonna call it right there. I was gonna make some more casts. One, I see the bottom here and they're just, I don't see the bass anymore, so. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoy making these raw and uncut videos, but man, I got some catfish bait right here. We caught, you know, some good sized bluegill. I mean, we got some bigger ones, got some smaller ones, and we also got, was it 2 bass we got on the ultralight? It's a lot of fun, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and don't forget, go catch them. Peace.